Welcome back to the ARCA Menards series preview show. We were just, we had to
Don't laugh, Casey. Casey Campbell podcast. Don't laugh.
Well, it's actually, I'm Casey Campbell with Great Lakes Post and the podcast. And we're also now on WJR too. Did you know that?
I did know that. Why are you laughing so hard, Casey? What was so funny?
Anytime that you and I are on here, you never know what to expect.
Take four.
Take four. Yes, this is take four now. Of course, so we're here with ARCA Menards series PR director, Charlie Crawl. One thing we're not going to talk about today is what happened last week with the penalties at Michigan. I know you got a chance to talk to Garth Allen about that from Racing News Now. Go check out youtube.com/Racing News Now for the video he did with Charlie. Charlie explains all about what happened last week with penalties regarding Kevin Reed Sr., Kevin Reed Jr., and Drew Dollar from the actions at Michigan. But we're coming off a race at Milwaukee Mile, first time that ARCA has been back there since 2007. 14 years since you guys were there, and you guys put on a pretty good show, or somebody did.
Somebody did, yeah. Ty Gibbs led them all from the pole.
Yeah.
Third time the series done that.
We are witnessing something historic in the ARCA Menards series.
Yeah, it's an impressive run that he's been on, and Corey Heim has pretty much matched him.
Yeah.
As much as he can.
Yeah.
Almost race for race. I think it's going to be a little tough to dig out of this points hole that Corey finds himself in right now. He's now 11 points back.
Yeah.
And that's going to be tough with the racetracks coming up. It's got a good shot at Duqoin. Duqoin's probably going to be the one racetrack where we can look at and say, Corey could likely make up some points there, but Ty's really good at Salem. He led 199 out of 200 laps the last time we were there. He's really good at Kansas. He led 100 out of 100 the last time we were there. So it might be a little bit of an uphill climb for Corey Heim here as we close out the 2021 season. But in any case, it's been historic to see these two throw haymakers at each other all season long. And, the unfortunate part of it is someone's got to lose, and that's just how it is. No matter what sport you're in, you could have two really well-matched teams playing in the NBA finals and they trade the first, 6 games back and forth. Someone's going to lose game 7,
Right.
And I think we're not quite to game 7 yet, Casey, but we're getting there. And that's the downside is no matter who wins, we're going to be happy with that champion because these two are fine young men and they've had a phenomenal season. The downside of it is one of them's got to lose. And, that's just part of the deal.
Absolutely. So we're witnessing two things that could happen historically this year for ARCA. We have the fewest amount of wins, which is currently at 5, which you mentioned yesterday in your interview with Garth Allen, as well as the win record that Ty Gibbs is going after. That's not really being talked about a lot. So kind of go into that because Ty has to do something this year. He can do it, but he's got a pretty tough task ahead of him to do it, though.
Right. So if Ty's going to tie the all-time, well, not the all-time, but the modern era record for wins in a single season, he's going to have to score 12 wins. He's got 9, and we've got 4 races left. So he can lose one of them and still tie that record. But if he wants to break that record set by Tim Steele back in 1997, he's going to have to win out. I don't know that he can do that. That's going to be tough to do. So, we'll see. Like I said, Duqoin's going to be the big one there. He's going to have to get through there. But yeah, I'm looking at the records from back in 1981, and this was, Casey, these were some dark times. John Markham had not been doing well, and he had just passed away, and there were only 8 races back in 1981. And in those 8 races, we had 5 winners: Tim Richmond, Larry Moyer, Bob Dowder, Marvin Smith, who was the champion that year, and Mark Martin. So Actually, I take that back. I believe Larry Moyer was the 1981 champion. But in any case, just 5 winners that year. We're at 3 right now,
Yeah.
and I think we're to the point where it's really hard. Like you said, I'm not going to pick against Ty Gibbs. And if you pick against Ty, you're going to go with Corey. So
well, as you know, as my 2 preview show colleagues know, I have a golden rule when it comes to picking ARCA. Never, and I mean never, pick against Ty Gibbs.
Never pick against Ty Gibbs. That's a pretty good bet. He's going to end up winning about half the races this year.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I think that you could see, potentially Sam Mayer, who's coming to Bristol. Sam could steal a win.
Yep. We all know he's pretty good there.
Brett Holmes has a great race team. Sam is an excellent driver. And Brett himself could steal a win if he were to come to one of these races. Taylor Gray runs very well every week.
Yep.
Has not been able to get up there and really contend for a victory, but that doesn't mean that he can't. He's a very talented young man and some really good equipment.
Daniel Dye, another one.
Daniel Dye could get up there at Salem and sneak away with another victory.
Remember, he won at Berlin earlier this year.
He could do it at Bristol. And let's give Daniel some credit. He moved into second in the ARCA Menards Series East points over the weekend there at Milwaukee. And he's 24 points back, which means he's going to have his work cut out for him, and he's going to need a lot of help if he's going to get up there and steal the championship away from Sammy Smith. But Daniel's had a pretty good season, both in the ARCA Menards Series with that victory at Berlin, and he's been ultra consistent in the East as well. The only driver in the East Series to finish in the top 10 in every race. And he's had a good season. He could steal another win. But I think Ty is going to rewrite some of these records that we've had for the last 30 plus years.
Oh, for sure. Okay. So we are going to Duqoin this weekend.
We are?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, you're coming with?
I don't know.
All right.
Well, it could be interesting for sure, because second dirt race of the year. Of course, Ty and Corey are going to be there. Jesse Love will be there. I know who's not going to be there. I did confirm this with the team. DGR told me that Thad Moffitt will not be at Duqoin. He did. That has been confirmed.
I thought I confirmed that for you previously. Don't you trust me?
I mean, I do. I gotta make sure I know.
But they had funding for 18 races. They weren't doing the 2 dirt races. You don't trust me, Casey.
That's interesting. You always got to check with the team and make sure. So there, of course, Nick Sanchez will not be running in this race either. But obviously the 2.
You'll see Landon Lewis back in that number 2 car. That's, of course, in conjunction between Rhett Jones Racing and Rev Racing. They're going to use the Rev Racing number. But Landon Lewis will be back in the 2. Similar
to what Taylor Gray will be in the 46, of course.
Correct.
Of course, those 2 cars are not. Of course, those 2 cars are running for the Owners' Championship.
Yep.
In that series, so obviously big critical points there. They're like the 15 and the 25 are. I know there's been a lot of drivers in both of those cars as well, but they're also running for the Owners' Championship, as well as the 20 and the 18. And of course some other cars, but those really are the ones that have competed in pretty much every single race so far this season. So also Ken Schrader's going to be back down there.
Kenny Schrader will be there driving for Andy Hillenberg. Of course, Andy is going to be honoring the fire department that assisted him a couple of weekends ago when he had his fire. And let me get that information right here. He will be in the number 10 Katawa Fire Department Toyota. That's the volunteer fire department that helped put out the fire when the hauler departed Springfield last week. It's going to be pretty cool. We're going to have many of those volunteer firemen and their family up at the race in Duqoin, not all that far from where they were. I think it's going to be a pretty cool deal. Having some of those folks there at the racetrack. And of course, I know you remember this, Casey, because you know everything ARCA, but Kenny Schrader and Andy Hillenberg have teamed up before.
That is very true.
Where did they win? Do you remember?
I want to say Duqoin.
Daytona.
That's
Andy Hillenberg, one of Andy's wins at Daytona, was driving for Kenny Schrader.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yep.
You never know. Yeah, it should be a good one at Duqoin. You never know who's going to be in the field. Like remember, like Springfield, the surprise.
I know who's going to be in the field.
Justin. Well, the big surprise was Justin Allgaier at Springfield. So
right, he was helping out Kelly Kopsky, longtime friend. Kelly is, still recovering from those injuries at Volusia when he was injured in that sprint car crash as a spectator a couple of years ago, and just wanted to help out his buddy and had a really good run. I expect we'll see the 16 car there. I don't know that Justin will be behind the wheel. It's very likely that he won't, but I expect we'll see the 16 car back. We're really hoping we do. Kelly's been a longtime supporter of the sport, and they've run very well there in the past. Grant Enfinger, of course, picked up a win in that 16 car at Springfield a couple of years ago. So yeah, it'd be great to get Kelly Kopsky another victory, whether it be as a crew chief or car owner or whatever. We just we look forward to having Kelly back. Ryan Unziker's coming back. Leased an engine. They overheated the other one at Springfield. They went out and leased another engine for this week, and we'll expect to see him back. He's got a lot of dirt track experience all over the state of Illinois, and really look for him to be one of those contenders to win as well. He's a guy that could break into that win column as well. So we'll should have a good, good solid field. It's not going to be the biggest field we've ever had, Casey. We've been talking about it, but there's going to be more cars capable of going out there and winning than we probably have ever had. So
yeah,
we're looking forward to it. The Silver Crown cars will be there the day before. The Track Enterprises folks put on a big weekend of racing down there. Go to trackenterprises.com and get yourself some tickets and enjoy a couple of days of racing on the dirt mile down there. It's going to be it's always one of my favorite racing weekends of the year. I'm going to spot for my friends Bob and Janice East on Saturday. A lot of people remember Bob as the car builder for Jeff Gordon when Jeff started his USAC midget career. I've been very fortunate to be around them for the past 20 years or so. And, whenever I'm in the same neighborhood they are, we get together and I spot for them. They're going to have a car in that Silver Crown race on Saturday, and we'll see how we do. But I'm really looking forward to getting after it on Sunday with the ARCA Menards series.
That's definitely going to be a cool show for sure.
And I neglected to call out the driver, Jason McDougall. A lot of people remember him from his run through the alphabet at the Chili Bowl earlier in the season.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Should be going there. Hey, no, he's not going to be in the race, but one particular ARCA Menards series driver that's made a lot of headlines this year had a big announcement today. I'm sure we're talking about Raja Karuth. He, of course, teaming up with Tommy Joe Martins and Cesar Baccarella, they're going to be forming Alpha Prime Racing. I know it sounds like a Formula One team, Alpha Tauri.
It sounded like a transformer.
Alpha Prime, yeah, Optimus
Prime, right?
Yeah. So yeah, they're a transforming team. There you go.
Right.
So Raja will run part-time, and it was announced by our friends at Rev Racing a few weeks ago, or actually last week, that Raja will be running. Of course, the team did confirm today Raja will be running full-time in the ARCA Menards series in 2022, as well as Nick Sanchez running full-time in the ARCA in 2022.
Absolutely.
Rev Racing has been a fun partner for you guys.
So they are really great kids to work with. Nick is a phenomenal young man. He is very polished for a kid his age. Is extremely polished. You can throw him in any number of situations, and he's just going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
And I could say the same thing for Raja, but what really impresses me with Raja is he's even younger than Nick is. And he is just so polite, and he is so smart, and he is just two fine young men, and they come from great families. I've had a chance to spend time with both of their parents, and they're just excellent people. those are the kind of people we want here.
Yeah, we
You know,
do.
they are. They're just excellent people. Every time I have a chance to spend a few minutes with Nick or Raja, I come away smiling. They're good dudes, and
Yeah.
I want nothing but the best for them. Raja coming through from the iRacing situation to, you know, getting a chance to come and test a late model and then get to run in a late model and winning in a late model. I think it's just a matter of time until he wins in this platform. And you know, I wish nothing but the best for him. You know, everyone says, well, you're supposed to be impartial, Casey, when you work for the sanctioning body, and I'm not impartial. I will admit to it. I want every one of these guys to win every week.
Yeah.
You know, I want them all to win. I really do. And you know, whether it's Ty Gibbs or Corey Heim or Roger Carruth or Brad Smith, I want everybody to go out and have a great day and get the best finish they can possibly get. And when I hear, you know, stories like Raja getting a shot to go run an Xfinity car, it just makes me happy. It makes my heart warm, because, you know, this is what this platform is for, is to help these young kids get those types of opportunities. And, you know, I hope he makes the best out of it. You know, I really, really do. He's a good dude. And, you know, I know that that's it's going to be the combination of two, you know, relatively independent operations. But, you know, Tommy Joe's a great dude. Caesar is a guy who ran here and competed in the ARCA level for a little while, and, you know, all good pieces to put together in this puzzle. So I hope something good comes out of it.
Of course. Yeah, Rev Racing's been really, really great to work with. And, you know, I've gotten to know Nick and Raja this season a lot. I've talked to them a lot, and they're always fun to talk with anytime. So it's good to see them both will be with ARCA next year. And that's good for the series as well. So anyway, we got Duqoin this weekend. Tune in Sunday on MAV TV for all the action at Duqoin. So it should be a fun one.
Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah.
Night race at Duqoin. It's going to be good.
Yeah, it is going to be good. Flip that, but I'll have the Duqoin race as well as the Cup race on both screen. I'm going to be got the ARCA race on my laptop. I got the Cup race at Darlington on my TV, so it'll be.
Why don't you flip flop it?
That'll work too.
Put the ARCA race on the big screen, Casey. Come on, show me some support, buddy.
That's true, but you know, you also can, you know, where you can watch the ARCA races though, right?
Live in person at the racetrack.
No, well, that too. And you also can watch them on MAV TV as well as Track Pass.
Track Pass? What's Track Pass, Casey?
You know, you can, you know, it's a great, you know, of course, you can get all the ARCA Menards series races on there as well as.
And the East and the West?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, goodness.
Well, you probably didn't know because you're calling the races.
I'm usually talking during those races. You can also watch the Whelen Modified Tour races then too, huh?
Of course.
Yeah. How about that?
It's and it's only $2.99 a month.
Only $2.99 a month, baby.
So yeah.
Cheaper than a cup of coffee.
Yep. Good stuff there. Of course, yep, Track Pass, great tool for to watch ARCA because I know a lot of homes don't get MAV TV. I'm very fortunate that I do get MAV TV. So, but
watch them all.
Yep, I watch them all. Of course, East and West, IMSA's on there as well a bunch of other stuff. So Track Pass is good stuff there. Good stuff at Track Pass.
Appreciate the commercial, Casey.
Yeah, true. I mean, I tend to do that now. All right.
No more laughing when you come on the air with me.
Yeah, that was funny though. We gotta come up with some unique things to open the show with, and that
I don't know why you kept hitting stop. People want to hear people laugh, Casey. Uncontrollable laughter is great.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah, uncontrollable laughter. Don't do it. Don't hit pause.
All right.
People want to see you laugh, Casey. They want to see humor. You make people smile.
All right. Have a good race at Duqoin, of course.
Got it, Casey.
Get to watch
Talk to
it
you next week.
And we'll talk to you next week when the ARCA West Series goes to Portland with the Indy cars.